Hey guys, welcome to Ninja Hatchet's Garbage Guides. Today I'm going to be showing you a good way to make some money every single day with something that pretty much everybody can do. So we're going to shift away from PVM a little bit, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to head to Taverly, and I want to trade with the Slayer Master in Taverly. And the Slayer Master in Taverly is a little bit special because they run on a separate instance than the rest of the Slayer Masters. So you can see that I already bought the 3,000 broad arrowheads that are in stock here. So now I can go to any other Slayer Master and buy the other broad arrowhead. So we're going to go ahead and go to Canifis just because it's the closest Slayer Master to a lodestone. So we'll head to Canifis here and trade with this guy. Now, the inputs for this, I'm going to be showing you a whole bunch of different things that you can do every day to make some really good money. And you're going to need somewhere around 500K of cash to start out with. You can see I started with just over 600. So each one of these broad arrowheads are going to cost you about 150K each, so 300K total in broad arrowheads. The second thing that we're going to do, and this is also really helpful if you're on an Iron Man, but it also nets you some profit if you're not on an Iron Man. So we're going to head to Lunar Isle, and we're going to buy the stock of runes from the guy here. Now, if you don't have Lunar Isle unlocked, you can also go to, let's see, what is it called here? You can also go to Yanil, and there's a wizard guild in Yanil, but in Lunar Isle, Baba Yaga here has 1,000 of each rune in stock. So you can see that I actually bought these a little bit earlier in the day, but if you buy all 1,000 that he has in stock, it's going to cost you somewhere around 142K. I actually only recommend buying the air, water, earth, fire, mind, and body, but then I also will buy the soul runes. Soul runes are actually in kind of high demand right now because of the crystallized spell, so that's going to cost you somewhere around 142K per day, and it's going to net you approximately 120K in profit. So, and that's just from buying the one set of runes. If you were to go to Yanil as well, and we'll head over there and I'll show you where that is. If you head to Yanil and you buy the 1,000 of each rune there and put those up on the GE as well, you're actually going to net 250K profit every single day just from buying these two shops out of runes. So we'll head this way and I'll just show you where this is at. So this is the magic guild here. You need some ridiculous requirement like 30 magic or 60 magic or something to get in here, but pretty much everybody can get in here. I'm going to go ahead and go upstairs, and then one of the wizards on this side is going to say trade magic store owner. So I want to trade him, and here you can actually see I did not buy it out. So we're going to go ahead and buy these ones out. And for each 1,000, it's going to cost us somewhere around like 17K for each of these. So I'm going to buy all those, and I'm going to buy the soul runes, like I said, because soul runes are in high demand. So with buying all 1,000 of those and the 1,000 from the other place, that's going to net us about 240K profit every single day. There is a little catch to this, though, because the second thing that I want to do after buying all the runes is I want to go to the wizards, the actual wizards guild. That was the magic guild, I think, or we're going to go to the wizards tower, I think is what it is. So I'm going to grab my wicked hood here, and I'm going to teleport to, just right click teleport there. That will bring you to the wizards tower. And we're going to be making some Viswex. So Viswex is a way that you can actually increase your profit significantly. Now, there's several different ways you can do this. Every single day, the runes that you put into this machine are different. I use the site warbandtracker.com/Goldberg, and this will give you, basically everybody has the same rune every day for the first rune that will give you the max amount of Viswex, and then everybody has one of 3 different runes that it could be for the second one. And then every single person has a different rune that will give you the maximum amount of Viswex for the third one. So if you were to get the perfect runes every time, you will get 100 Viswex. Now, me as an Iron Man, and actually if you want to maximize your profit, one of the things that you can do is you can use other runes that besides the ones that give the best benefit. So another thing you can do is you can actually go to Viswex FC. So the friends chat for Viswex is Viz, V-I-S space, wax, space FC, and they will actually give you the runes every day that they use, and then also the backup runes. So the ones that will actually give you some of the best Viswex, even though it's not the best rune. So today's runes are actually nature, body, and then obviously for the last one it's random. So I don't want to use natures because on my Iron Man I don't really have a lot, and if you're looking for profit, they're kind of expensive. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and try something else random. Now I don't know what the backups for nature are, but if you go in the Viswex FC, they will tell you what it is. But I'm just going to go ahead and guess. So we're going to go with Earth, and then I know body is a good chance that that could be the second one, and we'll go ahead and go with water for the last. So if you see, these first two runes are yellow, or are kind of orangish here. If they were green, they would be the perfect rune, and I have 48 Viswex of this. So because I have two that are pretty good, I'm going to go ahead and just keep switching out this last one until I get something good. So here we got 65 Viswex out of 3 very, very cheap runes. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and 65 Viswex is going to net me somewhere around 300k profit. So this is another thing you can do every day. If you were managed to get 100 rune or 100 Viswex out of it, you're going to be closer to about 660k profit, and that is minusing the cost of the runes. Obviously we paid very little. We paid like 40k or 60k for the runes that we just used there. So Viswex is the second thing that I like to do every day. So because we have our Wicked Hood in our inventory, the third thing that I'm going to show you that you can do every day is going to be crafting some blood runes. So your Wicked Hood will allow you to withdraw a certain amount of rune essence or pure essence every single day. So with this one, it can be kind of variable. If you do have the Mortania Legs 2, or actually the Mortania Legs 4 will give the best bonus. But we are going to go ahead and I have the Mortania Legs 2, and I'm going to take out my Wicked Hood, and actually I'm going to wear that, and I will wear the rest of my Wicked outfit as well, because that gives a bonus to how much we can pull out of the Wicked Hood. So we're going to wear the Wicked Legs, and we're also going to wear the Wicked Robe Top, and the Wicked Cape. So now I just want to fill my inventory with pure essence. And now the other thing that you can do is you can actually, if you want to go through Edgeville and go through the Abyss, you can make or you can actually gain a lot more XP out of this. But if you're really just looking straight up for cash, then we're going to go ahead and just teleport to the Blood Altar here. And you can see that my Wicked outfit there gives me a bonus. I actually get 175 essence out of it. Even if you only get 100 essence, this right here is going to profit you somewhere between 50 and 80k per day. So I'm going to go ahead and do the ones in my inventory, and then I'm going to withdraw each one of these and just quickly do this. So this is something that if time is really an essence for you, this may seem kind of menial for just 50 to 80k a day, but it is free money every single day. Every single day your Wicked Hood will recharge and you'll get some free money out of it. Also, it's a great way to, if you want to use an expensive rune for the Viswex and not pay anything for it, one of the things that you can do is craft yourself some using the Wicked Hood. So if it is something kind of expensive, you want to do like natures or laws or anything like that, you can cut down on the price significantly just by using your Wicked Hood here. Alright, so finishing up here. With the 3 pieces of the Wicked outfit, I crafted 220 blood runes. That's going to net me about 84k profit. So I still think it's worth it. So the next thing we're going to do is so you can see I have an active sign of the porter here. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to head to Uglog. And we are going to go mine some red sandstone. So this requires 81 mining, but once you get it, it is definitely worth doing every single day. Even if you don't want the flasks, it's worth doing it for the money. So mining red sandstone is going to net you 3.5k mining XP, but it's also going to actually give you about 180k of straight profit. It doesn't cost you anything to mine this. You can factor in the cost of the sign of the porter if you want. I prefer to bring a sign of the porter just so I don't have to bank in between trips. You're going to mine 50 of these essence, and actually the crafting experience that you get out of this is really, really good as well. It's 3.5k mining XP, and I don't remember exactly what the crafting XP XP is every day, but for an Ironman like me, definitely worth it. And for somebody who's just looking to make money, also definitely worth it. So I'm just going to mine 50 out of here real quick, and actually we don't even have to go through all of that in the video. The next thing that I want to talk about is divine locations. So divine locations are awesome. They can net you some really good profit every day, especially if you don't have to pay for this stuff going into it. So if you're an Ironman like me, one of the things that I do is I go to the Garaggio Resource Dungeon, which is north, and it's north of the Lodestone in Priff. And what I like to do is I like to hop around until I find the divine location that I want to use, and I will just hop from world to world until I find, usually what I do is a rocktail bubble. So a rocktail bubble will actually net you about 150k profit per day, and that is based on your total level, and obviously you do need about 90, I think you need 90 fishing for rocktail. So if you don't have 90 fishing, some of the other options that you can do are magic logs. You can do rune ore if your mining is high, and even magic logs, even if you just do the basic magic logs, that's still going to net you about 50k profit. So there's random ones in here. If you're not an Ironman, I highly suggest going to World 2 Birth Rope. You can almost always find divine locations there of pretty much anything that you want. So obviously that's going to be based on your level, but you can net anywhere from 50 to 150k profit just in that. The next thing I want to talk about is daily challenges. So every day you get a daily challenge, and the rewards from this can actually you can actually make profit on a lot of these. So some of them you're going to lose on. So like rocktails, if I were to catch rocktails, especially on my Ironman, I don't get nothing for it. But on your main account, you can do some of the crafting challenges that you turn in, like 350 blue dragonhide gauntlets or something. They can actually give you an onyx back. So an onyx right now obviously is worth about 2 mil. And the input that's going into that is a lot less. So not only do you get a good amount of free experience out of it, but you can actually net a good amount of profit off your daily challenge. So let's talk about the next thing. The next thing is managing Miscellania. So if you have a Miscellania teleport scroll, you can do it that way. And if you don't have these quests done, I highly suggest doing them. This is something, not only is it beneficial for my Ironman, but for anybody who just wants to make some cash every single day. It's very low input. It's somewhere around 50k per day that you have to put into the Miscellania, but it will actually net you somewhere around 200k profit. So every single day, it will give you 200k worth of profit, and that's it right now. That's if you're doing coal, and I think coal is kind of high right now, but even if it was a little bit lower, it's still going to net you somewhere between 150 and 200k profit. So if you go to Miscellania, do the quests, get both of the quests done, the Miscellania and the etc. quests. And you can see right now, I haven't been here in a while. This is not something that I visit every single day. But if you do come here about once a week and you try to get your approval rating back up to 100%, every single day you can count on about 200k profit coming out of Miscellania. So it's definitely something that's worth it. And the very last thing that I want to talk about is the Reaper task. So for those who aren't familiar, this is something that came out not too long ago. In Draenor Village, when you go to visit Death, Death will give you a Reaper task, and it's basically like a Slayer assignment for bosses. And now this is something that I'm not going to include in the total net profit for the day. But if you are somebody who does PVM and you are willing to do it, this can net you some serious profit. So just some minor calculations that I did. Right now a Hydrix, which a Hydrix costs 300 of these Reaper points, a Hydrix is about 26 mil of profit. And now it's up to you what tasks you want to do, because some tasks are worth a lot more points. But if I figure with an average of 8 points per day, which is very easy to attain, that's just something like killing a God War dungeon boss like 6 times or something like that. And you can actually double your kill count for more points, and you can actually enable some group bossing as well for some more points. But even if you were to stick with the very basic and just do approximately 8 points a day, it would by the time you get to 300 points, you're going to be netting somewhere between 800k and 1 mil profit per day. And Hydrix prices are really stable right now. They've been very high for a very long time. So combining everything together between buying the runes every day, doing your sandstone and making the crystal flasks, buying broad arrowheads, doing your blood runes with your Wicked Hood, doing a divine location, managing Miscellania, and doing Viswex. If you do all those every day, which you can see that I did pretty much all of them, the only thing that I skipped was the Sandstone, and that really doesn't take very long. That will doing all that together costs you somewhere around, you can see it cost me about 400K. It's going to net you 1.2 mil in profit. So extrapolating that out, 1.2 mil profit every single day. If you do that for a month, that's 30 mil, guys. And it's something that you can do in probably about 10 minutes or 10 to 15 minutes every single day, and it will net you 1.2 mil profit. So these are the things that I think almost everybody should be doing every single day. It's something that will, and now there's a lot of other daily things that you should be doing every day, or that I recommend doing every day, but this is basically just a for-profit video. So there's other stuff like Serenity posts and getting rune essence from a guy and doing your jacket trades and your ports and all that kind of stuff. That's all experience based and some other requirements and that kind of stuff. This is simply a for-profit video. So if you do everything that I showed you in the video today, and you do that every single day, you're going to net yourself about 1.2 mil profit per day. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, just some things you should be doing. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you learned something.